Plant spotlight number 2. Let's see. Okay, I'm on a roll. No, I'm not really. This is yet another iteration of the burgundy. I don't know if this is the Aubergine. Okay, I'm gonna just butcher plant names because I can't pronounce anything. I like this plant. I love this plant. For some reason, I can't get the burgundy to grow. I have 2 or 3 Tanekis of the different varieties, the Belize, and one that's more white, one that's in between, and I finally got some healthy Shrivianas. I tried that plant so many times, but now I've got him. But now that he's been in tissue culture and they've worked out the kinks, got one that's growing well, and the ficus. Anyways, and then I'll introduce you to Grandpa in a moment. But yeah, the burgundy. He's a difficult plant. I don't know why. Because he's everywhere. He doesn't like a lot of sun, but then he needs a lot of sun. He doesn't want a lot of water, but if you don't water him enough, he will just kill over. He's very stately. So, spiritual application of plant number 2. Keep trying. Keep trying, which I'm not going to even reveal how many times but he's at Lowe's and Home Depot, but still, how many times I purchased the burgundy. But keep trying, especially when you know that it can work. Again, they're sold in hundreds and thousands at Home Depot and Lowe's forever, and lots of people give them to live, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But keep trying, just because you have setbacks and you kill things repeatedly doesn't mean that you should give up. Because the benefits, if he get him to live, as you can see, his leaves are all curled up, and I don't know why. Anyways, but if you can get him to live and grow, man, you got a plant. Now let me show you his cousin. Okay, this is Grandpa, tucked in behind I'll make him plant spotlight number 3, but this is Grandpa. I'm not doing a good job capturing Grandpa. I call him Grandpa, which you can probably figure out, obvious reason. He is my oldest plant. Grandpa is older than a lot of the more popular YouTubers, plant tubers, I should say. Grandpa, because I'm older than Methuselah too. Yeah. Grandpa is from the 90s. Okay? Now, Grandpa, got arthritis. It's the same as the burgundy in terms of, they're both, Ficus elasticus. But Grandpa, I would like to be like Grandpa. Grandpa is awesome. Grandpa looks terrible, even though he's from the 90s. Grandpa has been working his whole life. Back in my younger years, and they would say that the Ficus elastica, was a low light plant and put it anywhere, and so I did, and everywhere I lived, if I had a spot in the middle of the room, in the darkest corner, far on the shelf, and I wanted some greenery there, and I don't like artificial, that's where Grandpa went. And Grandpa is still with me. Now, you see how spindly he is because, he lost a lot of his leaves. A lot of leaves. He's lost a lot of leaves. But he's been working. So now Grandpa is next to a pretty good window. You can watch Grandpa. Grandpa doesn't like too much light, doesn't like too much water, but he needs light and needs water, same as Mr. Burgundy, same as all Ficus elastica. Catching that balance, and that's a topic I might mention on a separate reflection. But this is why I'm going to keep trying with Burgundy, because Burgundy has the potential to be like Grandpa. He's been through it, but he's still chugging along, and that's I walk in Christ Jesus. If the Lord may put us in some spots, because that's where we're needed, and we may not like it, and so we may throw fits and lose our leaves, and we may, bend over a little bit. But, He takes care of it. He provides our nourishment, and He keeps the life flowing. And He can look at us if we do that, if we survive in those, and be happy, even giving them the name. Like, He's got a name. Most of my plants don't have names, but of course, I say He has a name. His name is Grandpa. But anyways, that's a name. But He has he's done his job. He's got more leaves now because of the last place I was living. I put him right in front of an east window, and he pulled out a whole bunch of leaves. This one is shielded from southern light, so and gets some morning sun. It was not too bright, so it's not as much light as the other one. But so he's not leafing out like crazy. But at this point in time, he's in retirement phase, so expecting him to push out a bunch of leaves at this age is like, are you serious? So, anyways, so reflection on the Ficus elastica. It's a good plant to emulate. Just do your job. He's gonna give you the water. He's gonna give you the light. He's gonna give you what you need. But you might not like where you're put. But just be diligent. And one day, and glory, Grandpa will be filled with his leaves again. But these look pretty healthy, actually, so he's not doing too bad. Yeah. Okay, that was plant reflection number 2.